Welcome to CyberCEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. CyberCEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. We're back with another episode of CyberCEO. My name is 𝗙𝗯𝗋. I'm your host, and very lucky to have another special guest on the show today. Shari, how are you doing today?
Great. Thanks for having me today.
Of course, we really appreciate your time, so thank you very much for being on the show. So, for the benefit of everyone, is it okay for you to introduce yourself to our audience? Maybe a few pieces of information about you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Shari Royston, the team leader for the Royston team at 𝗙𝗯𝗋𝗶𝗹 360 in Paulsville, Washington. And we've been running about 6 years.
6 years now, okay. And I know for a fact that you have your own cyberbacker supporting you, correct?
We do. We actually have two.
Wow, two cyberbackers. All right. How has the experience been so far working with cyberbackers?
It's been really good. I mean, the first hire wasn't quite the right fit, but part of that was we weren't really sure what we were looking for. Once we kind of narrowed down what we were looking for, what kind of job we wanted them to do, we were able to find 𝗙𝗯𝗋, and it's been an amazing experience.
Of course, of course. How long have you been working with your own cyberbackers?
We've had 𝗙𝗯𝗋 for 2 years. She just had her 2-year anniversary last month. And then we've had our second one for about 6 months.
Wow, 6 months and 2 years. Now,
Yeah.
is this your first time working with a remote team members?
It is. We actually worked with someone when we were on a different team a while back, but it wasn't as close as this relationship.
Okay, gotcha. So, I'm assuming you already have two cyberbackers right now, and we can safely say that this has been a very successful partnership. Am I right?
It has been, yes.
Now, my next question is, what makes this a successful partnership?
Probably the training, the quality of person, she's the best transaction coordinator we've ever had, just the integrity. She's so hardworking. And the backing that Cyberbacker gives her with the training and support for any of the resources she needs, it's amazing.
Of course, the training doesn't stop during the start of the relationship.
No.
It's continuous every week. Of course, very growth-minded. Now,
Yes.
just wanted to know how much time have your cyberbackers saved you and your team ever since they started?
At least one full position. Before we had 𝗙𝗯𝗋 in this role, we had two people who were managing or doing this role, and it wasn't as smooth. It was a little bit more complicated. I was stepping in a lot more. And with 𝗙𝗯𝗋, it's pretty seamless. She can handle the job. She just is so dedicated.
All right, that's good. Dedication is quite important, especially
Yeah.
this isn't the conventional way of doing this, right? When you say assistant, usually they're right there, same place, same building,
Yep.
same office. This is something new. So, for the benefit of everyone who's listening, all of the business owners listening, they don't really know how to take advantage or what are the things that a cyberbacker can do. So, can you share with us what are these nitty-gritty tasks and things that your cyberbackers are currently doing for you and your business?
Absolutely. So 𝗙𝗯𝗋, she manages all of our buyer and seller transactions. She can get in and do almost anything. There's a few
Mhm,
systems she can't get into with our MLS
mhm.
and some, but she, once she's trained, she can get into all of our transaction managing systems. She can go in and update our um, kind of really anything that we give her
Mhm.
access to and train her on. There's not a lot she can't do except in person. She doesn't do a lot of phone conversations. She does email any phone calls that she gets from companies. Then we just handle in office. But that's really it.
Right, all right. So th those are really some of the tasks that you really have to go through, especially in the real estate industry, right? But
Mhm.
my follow-up question is, these roles could really grow in the next few weeks, the months, and the years to come. So what are the things that you're planning or you're considering having your cyberbacker do in the future?
We'd really like to get another transaction coordinator and have her oversee them. She's doing that right now with our second one. That transaction coordinator works for a brokerage and handles the transactions for the agents in the office. And Janice has been essential in training her, kind of overseeing her and helping her out. And we'd like to get a couple more and make Janice the transaction manager.
Oh, so she's gonna be handling like your own Cyberbacker team over there. Am I right? Did I get that right?
That would be the goal. Yep, that would be great.
Wow, that must be very, very exciting for her. Now,
Yeah.
of course, no relationship is perfect. My next question is a bit tough. What have
Mhm.
been some of, let's say, the challenges or opportunities for growth that you've had working with Cyberbacker?
I think it's learning to make sure that you're treating that your cyberbacker as their full team member. Like you mentioned, she's not in the office, she's not
Mhm.
sitting next to us. When we have team meetings, we bring her in. She's on Zoom on the video. Just really remembering that she is an essential part of the team. And it is hard when she's not at our team events. She can't come to our parties, Christmas parties, things like that. But we try to do things where we can include her as much as possible. She, she also it's the middle of the night there, so we try to be
Yes.
really thoughtful about that when we're including her, with the time of when we do certain things, so that it's easier on her.
Course, but don't you worry. All of our cyberbackers are used to working at night anyway, night owls. So now, again, to all of our listeners and the business owners that are watching, what advice would you be able to give them when hiring a cyberbacker, choosing the right cyberbacker for them?
I think it's kind of understanding what kind of personality traits work well with you and your team. When you're looking for someone, it's just like an essential hire.
Hmm.
You're kind of looking for the personality who blends well, and know the role you want them to do. The first one, thought we were looking for somebody who did marketing for other types of stuff, and that personality is totally different than a transaction coordinator. And so once we've kind of narrowed in on what she would be doing, we found the right person.
I think the match is very important as well, even if no matter how good the cyberbacker is, but if the values and the way they work don't match how you do your business, then it won't be a good fit, right?
Exactly. Yep. And that disc profile and all the
Hmm.
tools that you guys send when we're doing the interviews, it's pretty critical to know yourself well enough to know who you're going to work well with. If you're just hiring because you think they look good on paper
Hmm.
and they're not the right personality for you, it's not going to work.
Of course, that's great advice, Shari. Now, one last thing before we end the episode today. I know that your cyberbackers would be listening once we have this online. Would you want
Mhm.
to give them a quick shout out on the show today?
Yes, Janice, you're amazing. We love you, and we couldn't do it without you. So thank you.
Of course, we are very excited to see where your partnership with your cyberbacker would be in the next few years. Of course, in the short future as well, the months to come. Shari, thank you very much for being on the show today.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.